Every one of your Facebook ads should do these 3 things if you want more conversions or more sales. In this video, I'm going to take you through the fundamental pillars of a successful Facebook ad. We've been able to leverage these dozens of times to increase sales, be able to scale Facebook ad accounts, see more stability in our CPA and margins at scale. So with no further ado, let's dive straight into the video. Well, first of all, you have to be cautious about not going against the ad platform's recommendations and really just exploiting what Meta suggests when advertising on its platform. In 2023, they made it clear that you should go broad with your targeting, only filtering your audiences by demographics or geographics if you're targeting locally, while focusing on creative concepts. Now, the emphasis here is on creative concepts. So this means that the focal point of your ads is going to be your creatives. We're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on ad spend solely on Meta, and we've found that exploiting concepts that I'm about to tell you right now are the best possible ways to set your ads up for success. Now, here's the thing. 80% of the success of your ad comes from the creative, and 80% of the success of your creative comes from the hook. And when I'm doing ad account audits, I see so many of you guys miss out completely on this first step, and because of that, your ads get little to no spin, or maybe if you're testing new creatives, you're just not getting the sales you want. So the first key thing is getting the hook right. It can be done in many different ways, but we've found the most success with these 3 steps. So the first one is calling out a problem. This is going to be targeting a frustration that the market has. Now, what do I exactly mean by that? I literally called this out in one of my YouTube videos. I said, hey, do this if your YouTube ads are not converting. That's it. I called out a problem, and in that particular video, I showcased the solution, best practices, and stuff like that. So with me calling out that problem, those people with that particular problem clicked on the video because they wanted to figure out a way to solve that problem. And if your Facebook ad doesn't call out a problem that your market has, then how would they know if it's for them, right? So you have to leverage market research to determine what are some of the most common problems that your market is facing so that you can properly articulate how your product is going to solve that problem. But first of all, if you want to call out that problem, how do you do that? Well, there's 2 different ways. You can do a static picture, a photo ad with a hook and showcase that problem, or you can do a video ad with the first couple of seconds of the video being the hook while you're simultaneously showcasing that problem visually. So the same results, but done in 2 different ways. So it's one photo or one video, but it's always the creative, okay? So it's never the headline, it's never the body of the copy, it's always the creative that is gonna be the focal point of the success of your ad. Now, bear in mind, you should always test different hook variations. There's different types of hooks. There's positive hooks, there's negative hooks, which trigger different emotions in people. So for example, a negative hook would be something like, don't do X, it's unhealthy for you, do XYZ instead, because it already triggers in negative emotions by saying, stop doing that, you're doing this wrong. Whereas a positive hook would be something like, achieve X by doing Y. So you must be able to approach it from different perspectives. But let's just circle back to calling out a problem. Let's say the frustration or pain point that the market has right now is that your Facebook ads are not converting. So then we could phrase our hook something like, is your Facebook ad not converting? Here's how to solve it. Or here's how to fix Facebook ads, or never have a Facebook ad not convert ever again. So those are all the same problem, but I'm framing them in different ways. It's like you literally saying, if you watch this, you will figure out how to solve it. So you call it a problem, and then you imply that it will be solved by reading this particular article or watching this video, and that's the key thing, all right? So the next key thing of forging a really strong hook is calling out a desire. Now, what is a desire in this sense? It's literally customers telling you what they want. It's not a problem, it's what people want, what they desire. So let's say you're selling books and your audience's desire is that they want better Facebook creatives. Let's say they want to better influence and pursue people with their creatives. I don't know if you remember that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, but that audience wants a specific desire. So it's not a problem they have, they want something specific. They want to become a better marketer, right? They desire to become something or obtain something, and so the desire is articulated as they're calling out that need. Another example, I just launched a free paid ads community on Skool for business owners and direct-to-consumer marketers. If I wanted to advertise that, I'd call out a desire for my audience may have. So something like how to reach +7 figures with your business, whether you're an e-com business owner, an agency owner, any type of direct-to-consumer marketer. I'm calling it a desire which in the group I'm helping to reach. So that being said, you can find the link in the description below. So again, calling out a desire, how to win friends and influence people, and here's how to do it. Calling out a problem, hey, you're experiencing XYZ problems, here's how to solve it. So the next key thing is objections. Build hooks on objections. These are the people that have seen a product or have a particular belief in the marketplace which leans towards negative emotions or negative past experience, that you know that this just needs to be solved for them before they can actually arrive to the buying decision. Now, bear in mind, former negative experience or strong beliefs are hard to change. So targeting objections is not going to be the easiest way for you to forge strong hooks. Unless your product can leverage social credibility and it has a huge authority and proven track record in the market, you're not going to succeed with hooks that are based on objections. But if you do have a solid product and a strong authority in the market, then you should definitely leverage this. Now, when it comes to establishing hooks based on objections, you should target objections connected to one particular product of yours. So in that case, what you want to do is you want to call out these objections people have to a particular product or service, and then showcase how your product is the exact opposite of the bad experience they've experienced before, and show how your product would actually solve their objections. For instance, here's an objection. Let's say I would never use Facebook ad agencies because I've heard horror stories and I've been burned before. So if that's your objective, that Facebook ad agencies are horrible, so in that case, you would showcase a lot of case studies that you've done for similar brands like them, even showing how your unique process helps them right there. When showing tons of successful testimonials and really just emphasizing on your credibility in your industry, this will slowly start to establish a truthful connection between you and your potential customer and the actual brand itself. Now, bear in mind, this is a slow burn process, but let's be honest, most of your revenue is not gonna come from skeptical people who have objections all the time. You have now 3 successful ways to make strong hooks by calling out these things, by calling out the desire, calling out a problem, or building it up for objections. And this is where you start connecting things, all right? So essentially, one of these 3 things is gonna be your hook. And the objective here is that you want to bridge this and connect this to your product. And this is what exactly your ad does. Your ad is what sells people on your product. Hey, you're experiencing XYZ, you're experiencing these things that you call out in the hook, and then you showcase throughout the ad that your product is what they need. And that's what we're looking at. Remember, good marketing calls out a frustration, desire, or objection, showing that there's a solution, emphasizing on the fact that you have the solution, and backing that up with real life data by showing results and testimonials and building up that credibility and authority that you have in your market. So that's your goal. You want to connect and bridge people from your hook to your product so that you're actually connecting with people and you're pulling them in and showcasing how your product can get them what they want, which is either solving that problem, getting to that desire, or handling that objection. If you like the content, hit the like button and subscribe for more content, and check out other useful videos on the channel. Hope this was valuable, and I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.